Jazz is being the dream of my life. Jazz is all about rules, of course. You play your intro, your melody, you go back, and then you have a space for improvisation. Well, the same thing is what we do. So we take different kind of recipe, we kind of melt it together, but then we improvise and we have some fun. It's an Italian restaurant, of course. We're doing fusion or regional cuisine, so you don't gonna find the Alfredo or the meatball or any chicken Vesuvio in here. Downstairs is called sotto. Sotto means under. We start with jazz. We're the most amazing musician playing in here. We want people to come here, forget about the rest of the world, no problem. Don't think about anything, be here and have fun. Come over for dinner, go downstairs, listen to some music, or go downstairs and have your dinner downstairs and listen to music.
So, Mark, you say that La Piazza is simply the best Italian restaurant around. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, my name is Mark DiGregorio, so I'm obviously Italian. I grew up in a very Italian family, and I'm extremely particular about the Italian food. Very rarely will we actually go out for Italian. We'll just cook it at home. But my wife took me to La Piazza about 4 years ago or so for my birthday, and now we go back every year for my birthday and then several times before my birthday. I just like the way that he, if you want to have a traditional meal that reminds me of what my grandfather used to make or what my grandmother used to cook, then I go there and I have that. Now I'm starting to get a little more adventurous, and I'll look into the specials, and he really takes the time to create something that I guess has an Italian flair to it because it has some Italian ingredients in it, but it's not your traditional Italian fare, and it's just completely off the wall in that aspect, and I like that. And just about anybody I've ever taken has walked out of there either very satisfied with what they ordered or very envious of what I ordered. You know, so I love the place. It's great.
Well, Maggie, you actually lived in Italy for a year. What'd you think?
I loved it. And I was going to ask, is your family from southern Italy?
just north of Rome.
Oh, okay. So you're
from.
northern too,
Yes.
because I know the chef's Sicilian, I believe. It was one of the best Italian restaurants that I've ever been to in terms of the food. It was absolutely delicious. The caprese salad, which is a very easy thing to make, but I find a very easy thing to mess up as well, was so wonderful. And just the way the tomatoes were cut and their plumpness, the perfect amount of basil, not overkill. It was wonderful.
Well, I was extremely impressed when I opened the menu. It is so extensive, and it's not your usual place with lasagna, spaghetti, that kind of Italian food. It was very sophisticated, different ingredients, really excellent restaurant.
Well, Adine, I'm in love with your accent, so I could listen to you
you
all day.
What are you talking about?
But describe the restaurant to us.
Well, I would never have gone to Forest Park on my own because I don't even know where it is. But anyway, it was a very happy surprise. The restaurant looked interesting, some murals, quite interesting, a bit spooky maybe, but I like the layout of the restaurant, no tablecloths, but very nice ceramic, I think, tables. The napkins with a little tie. Everything looked very nice.
Mark, you're telling us that the chef sort of improvises a great deal with ingredients that you would normally not find in, typical Italian fare. Like he'll do like tempura or soy lime vinaigrette, blueberry and risotto.
Right.
What are some of your more off the, beaten path dishes?
The last time I went, I had the ricotta gnocchi with crawfish and peas.
That's what my husband had.
It was sweet, and the sweet flavor of the crawfish, and then the gnocchi was fantastic. But I love the sliced beet salad. That's the one thing I could just go back for over and over again.
I had a bouillabaisse for first course. It was a little bouillabaisse appetizer soup. Absolutely delicious. That's more French than Italian, I think, but it was good. And then I had a fish. I had a sea bass.
I had the rigatoni with the spicy Italian sausage, and I have to say, it was one of the best Italian sausage dishes that I've ever had.
That sausage tastes just like what my grandfather used to make when I was a kid. I mean, identical.
Oh, so good.
Like
and the pasta's fresh.
Sausage. Oh, it's fantastic.
Pasta is very fresh.
Mickey, how was the service?
The service, Actually, that was the first thing we experienced, and our waitress seemed to really like me, but not like my husband so much. She asked me for my drink order.
It'd be worse if it was the other way around.
It's true. This is true. And then she started to walk away, and I said, "So, honey, would you like anything to drink?" And she turned around and said, "Oh yeah, would you like anything?" And he actually,
Well, at least your waitress liked you. My waiter didn't like me or my husband.
No.
So.
Oh, well, at least I got
So
one
it's
out of
him,
two.
Yeah.
So, and it was a strange combination of feeling forgotten, but then rushed at the same time.
That's exactly what I felt. Yeah.
But you know, I've eaten there many times, and the last time I went, this didn't happen, but every other time I've ever been there, Chef Gaetano would be out serving, or he would be placing dishes and talking to guests, and that was one of the things I really enjoyed about the restaurant. I didn't see him the last time I was in the restaurant.
He was there when we went,
Was
which
he?
I thought was neat.
Yeah, I saw him go by too, but it was a Saturday night, so he was probably busy. But we couldn't find a waiter. We had to flag him, and when he came, he managed to be both absent and cold and distant. I mean, really. And that was the only bad the point of the whole meal. But
Now, Mark, it sounds like you could just trust your entire dinner to the chef and just have him cook whatever he feels like.
I've
for
done
you.
that. They have a chef's choice, and I've been there before where we've done the chef's choice menu, and he comes out and talks to you and asks what type of food you like, and then he just goes, and you're bombarded with food. I mean, be ready if you do it. It was probably 8 or 9 appetizers, and then the 3 or 4 pasta dishes, a fish dish, a meat dish,
I remember
and
that
then
from
all the
dessert.
desserts. Then you get to sample just about every dessert that's on the menu. So it's quite worth it. And it's nice because Forest Park isn't a place that you would normally think, I'm going to go hang out in Forest Park. But I don't know if you walked around at all, but it's kind of a neat little downtown, and it certainly has a flair to it.
Well, Mark, La Piazza was your selection. Give us a summary.
If you want to go to a place that has a traditional Italian feel to it, that also if you want to get a little bit off the beaten path and have some very exotic Italian dishes or dishes that have really nothing to do with Italian cuisine at all, but they're an Italian restaurant, go to La Piazza.
All right, Nikki?
I would definitely go to check out the food. The chef's excellent, and I'm curious about things that I didn't have.
All right. Aditi?
I'm going to give it another try, and I'll try the menu, the chef's menu. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, well, you can try Chef Gaetano's creations at La Piazza, 410 Circle Avenue in Forest Park, 708-366-4010. Open for dinner Monday through Saturday. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $40.